I'm the VP of Finance and Marketing for Camp Cares for Communities. We'd like to start off by, introducing Ifat, our President and Chief Officer for Camp Cares for Communities.
Okay, so how many people here have actually heard about Camp Cares for Communities? By show of hands. Okay. And so I assume the rest of you haven't heard a thing about Camp Cares. So that's what we're doing here today. We'd just like to give you a little bit of an insight of who we are and what we do. So the way our journey began was basically as a shoot-off from Camp Toronto. We were going to be a non-profit organization to complement the work of Camp Toronto. And we've been basically working for the past 2 years, and we've come to establish 2 objectives. And those objectives include immigrant settlement in terms of across Canada, and as well international relief and development. I'll speak a little bit about each of those as we go through. I'll give you concrete examples of what we've done over the years to complement those objectives. Our long-term goals, they include to train and recruit volunteers to establish base camps, not just locally within Canada and eventually across different parts of the world, to establish funds for disaster relief and international development, and to continue to work in the area of settlements in Ontario by building shelters for immigrants. Now, some of the events that have occurred, we launched in October of 2006 with a fundraising iftaar during Ramadan, and that was basically our launch to introduce ourselves to the community and just to get started. And over that year, we basically worked on our objectives, and our first event occurred in May of 2007, and that was a Career Expo and Job Fair for immigrants, centered around immigrant needs, and the type of workshops that occurred there were, resume building and things like that, just solely for the purpose of helping the newcomers out. We had a fundraising barbecue in July of 2007, and the last thing that occurred was an iftaar for flood victims for the South Asian floods that occurred across Bangladesh and Pakistan that year. And Bilal now is going to be speaking about our partnerships with the community, and then he'll move on to our events occurring this year.
Thanks, Ed. So being the best means partnering with the best organizations in our community. Because we are a new organization, we wanted to get as much input as possible from some of the best organizations within Toronto and the GTA. So the first initiative we had in partnering with another organization was partnering with Camp Toronto and the IMO, building food packets for Thanksgiving, taking them out downtown at a shelter on River Street. It was a great event, getting great feedback from the people involved in that event, and it just goes to show that a small group of people can make such a large impact within our own community and eventually abroad. The next event that we had was the IT event, with partnering with a Muslim Girl, Asma's organization, Muslim Girl Magazine, as well as the CCMW. Another great event, another great illustration of how different organizations within our community can get together and create something very special. And that event specifically was to raise funds for scholarships for young Muslim women in our community. An example like the one we heard from Roxana, somebody starting out as an author and having that dream. We're basically harnessing that and giving somebody the opportunity to achieve their dreams by giving them a scholarship to do what they want to do in life. An event that's coming up that we're really excited about on June 22nd is Muslims in Motion. It's a walkathon to raise funds for Food Path. It's a food fundraising company to hand out food for the homeless within the GTA in Toronto. And that's on June 22nd, so we're hoping everybody can make it down to Airedale Park for a yummy naan kebab and burgers. It's going to be a great event. Once again, it's Camp Cares, and we're partnering with another great organization within our community called Mizan. If you haven't heard of them, they're a wonderful group, and we decided to partner with them for this event because of the wonderful things they've been doing within the community. That's on June 22nd. We hope to see each and every one of you. the upcoming events that we're going to be organizing soon is a career fair that's happening in August, inshallah. It's going to be our second annual career fair. We have it every year at the Mississauga Library, and that's to help new immigrants find work within Toronto and the GTA. It's a difficult situation right now, and we're hoping to do great work in helping people settle within this community. Finally, we have our annual iftaar dinner happening in September, which we hope to see each and every one of you out to that as well. And that's happening in September. The final slide we entitled Making a Difference. And that's really making a difference in impacting people within our community. I have a small story about this. When I was growing up, I had a friend who made a difference in his own way. He would always recycle his Coke bottles every day after lunch. And he would always recycle these Coke bottles, and the look on his face, it was almost like he wanted to win the Nobel Peace Prize for recycling this one Coke bottle. And it was making a difference in his life because he felt good about himself. And what we're trying to do with Camp Cares for Communities is help you make that difference. Each and every one of you coming out to this event today wants to make a difference, and we're just that organization to help you achieve your dreams and making a difference. We have a wonderful group of people.
I got your message this afternoon.
Willing to help.
Sorry about that. I didn't know to answer.
So if you want to visit the website,
is everything okay?
campcares.org.
I'll tell you later.
I was working until now. I just finished working until about 10 minutes ago.
One of the people on the board at the dinner today, and we'd be glad to give you more information about our organization.